He will be sued, and I say will be because nothing has been filed yet, by at least 120 people in the next 30 days.
In her civil lawsuit, Cassie said that she was the victim of abuse.
Cassie recently filed a civil lawsuit claiming she was a victim of abuse and assault by Diddy. She says at least 120 people may join her case within the next 30 days. This revelation has shocked many, especially given Diddy's status as one of the biggest music moguls of our time. But what has added more mystery to this story is Diddy's current situation, his arrest and life behind bars. Diddy was taken into federal custody in New York after Homeland Security arrested him at a Midtown hotel. This wasn't just any celebrity arrest, it sent shockwaves through the justice system. His charges were serious, and after being denied bail 3 times, it became clear this case was far from typical. Instead of being under house arrest in a luxurious mansion, Diddy was sent to Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, a facility notorious for its harsh conditions. What makes this situation so strange is how Diddy reportedly adjusted to his new environment. Instead of appearing shaken, he seemed confident, as if he were in control. This behavior sparked curiosity, but the oddities didn't stop there. A former prison guard, who later quit out of fear, shared shocking details about Diddy's time in the facility. From the moment he arrived, Diddy received unusual treatment. Unlike other inmates who ate bland, barely edible meals, Diddy's food seemed like it came from a 5-star restaurant. Roasted chicken, fresh vegetables, and desserts were reportedly delivered to his cell on a cart each evening. He wasn't treated like a regular prisoner. Designer clothes, luxury headphones, and even a leather journal with gold initials somehow made their way into his possession. This raised questions among the prison staff, especially when his visitor list included powerful figures and celebrities who came long after regular visiting hours. But the strangest part was the mysterious behavior around Diddy's cell. According to the guard, security cameras near his block malfunctioned at the same times every night, usually around 1 a.m. and again at 3 a.m. The footage would distort, freeze, or go dark entirely. The prison's tech team dismissed it as old equipment, but the guard believed it was deliberate. During these blackouts, whispers could be heard late at night. The guard described them as faint voices and fragments of words, but every time they checked the cells, nothing seemed unusual. Diddy, however, didn't seem bothered. In fact, he appeared amused. Curiosity got the better of the guard, and one day they searched Diddy's cell during his recreational time. What they found only deepened the mystery. A piece of paper under his mattress covered in strange symbols, and a note that read, "Watchers, silence, loyalty." Hidden behind a loose brick in the wall, they found a crude drawing of an eye, surrounded by flames and a list of names, some of which matched the visitors Diddy had received late at night. The guard resigned soon after, terrified of the implications. They felt watched even after leaving their job, receiving anonymous calls and noticing unfamiliar cars parked near their home. Despite the risks, they shared their story, hoping to reveal the truth about what was happening at the detention center. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal troubles aren't limited to his current incarceration. His first major lawsuit came in November 2023, when his ex, Cassie Ventura, accused him of abuse during their on-again, off-again relationship. She claimed she was trapped in a decade-long cycle of control and manipulation, one that, interestingly, that case was settled just one day after it was filed. While some saw this as Diddy trying to move on quickly, others speculated that he was trying to keep damaging details out of the public eye. After all, settling doesn't mean innocence. It means both sides agreed to end the dispute without a trial. But the drama didn't end there. Soon after the settlement, 2 more women came forward with similar allegations. describing incidents they claim happened decades ago. And Diddy's mother has also spoken out, calling the accusations heartbreaking and saying her son is being judged unfairly. However, as more lawsuits emerge and new details come to light, the situation continues to spiral. This situation continues to spiral. At the heart of this story lies a deeper question. How far does Diddy's influence reach? Is he simply a music mogul with legal troubles, or is something more sinister happening behind the scenes? As the legal battles continue, the world is left wondering what's true and what's being hidden. One thing is certain, this story is far from over. Diddy's fight isn't just about clearing his name in court, it's about his reputation, legacy, and survival in a world where power and secrets often collide. On Monday, while she was still in college, the timing of these lawsuits wasn't a coincidence. They were filed under New York's Adult Survivors Act, which temporarily lifted the statute of limitations, allowing victims to seek justice for incidents that happened years ago. What stands out is how Diddy's legal team has handled these accusations. They've consistently denied all allegations, labeling them as baseless and motivated by money. As you know, his lawyers argue these claims are merely attempts to exploit his fame and wealth. While this narrative might work in some situations, the sheer number of accusations makes it difficult to dismiss. Public opinion often doesn't wait for court verdicts. For many, where there's smoke, there's fire. And for Diddy, the flames are threatening to destroy everything he's built. Diddy has publicly maintained his innocence, stating, "The charges against me are 100% false, and in time, I hope the truth will come out." But his defense strategy goes beyond just denying the allegations. It's an aggressive counterattack. His legal team has filed motions to dismiss some of the lawsuits, claiming there's no credible evidence. They've highlighted inconsistencies in timelines and argued that these accusations are too old to be proven. This strategy isn't just about winning in court, it's also about influencing public opinion. By creating doubt about the validity of the claims, his team hopes to salvage Diddy's reputation. Reports suggest they've been gathering statements from people who can vouch for his character or provide alternative accounts of events. However, this approach has sparked concerns about potential witness tampering. And, when Diddy was denied bail for the third time, the judge expressed concerns about his influence, suggesting he could interfere with witnesses. For years, Diddy has been surrounded by people whose livelihoods depend on him. If he wanted to sway someone's testimony, would they feel they could refuse? The judge pointed out serious allegations of witness intimidation and contact with witnesses while in custody. "Piece by piece," said Diddy, as he swallowed his contact with witnesses while in custody. What's even more troubling are rumors that some potential witnesses have disappeared from public view. Insiders claim a few individuals who initially spoke out about Diddy's alleged behavior have now gone silent. While there's no concrete evidence of foul play, the timing raises suspicion. One legal analyst suggested these disappearances might be the result of backroom negotiations, where loyalty is bought rather than earned. Whether it's fear or financial incentives keeping them quiet, the absence of these voices only adds more intrigue to the case. Adding to the controversy are reports that private investigators hired by Diddy's legal team have been digging into the accusers' lives. From financial records to past relationships, they seem to be searching for anything that could discredit the claims. While this tactic is legal, critics argue it crosses ethical boundaries, especially in cases involving sensitive allegations. And for Diddy, though, who's fighting for both his freedom and his legacy, such an aggressive approach might feel like his only option. Rumors are swirling that tapes related to the case are being shopped around Hollywood. According to some sources, individuals in possession of these recordings have tried to sell them. This adds another layer of complexity to an already sensational story. However, even with these bold moves, Cracks are beginning to show in Diddy's defense. Legal experts warn that Diddy's team is walking a fine line. Pushing too hard risks alienating the jury and the public. As one attorney put it, you want to protect your client's interests, but you don't want to come off as bullying or overly aggressive, especially in such an emotionally charged case. This balancing act only complicates what's shaping up to be one of the most closely watched trials in recent memory. So, think backwards in time, spanning what's shaping up to be one of the most closely watched trials in recent memory. Diddy's legal team isn't just any team. They're some of the best in the business. His lead attorney, Mark Agnafilo, has a reputation for being ruthless in court. He recently stated that Diddy is focused, strong, and ready to fight. But how much of that is true and how much is just a front? The man sitting in a prison cell today isn't the same one who once dominated red carpets and award shows. Speaking of prison, reports from the Metropolitan Detention Center hint at special treatment for Diddy. However, insiders claim no amount of privileges can replace the freedom he once enjoyed. He's reportedly been working out regularly to stay in shape, both physically and mentally. Despite this, his recent court appearances shocked onlookers, with many noting how much thinner and older he appeared. Applause in the crowd, all the while looking at poor little person tigers. Unreported described his transformation as astonishing, emphasizing the stark contrast between his pre-arrest lifestyle and his current reality. Behind the scenes, whispers suggest Diddy is growing increasingly paranoid, convinced someone in his inner circle betrayed him. This paranoia is reportedly shaping his legal strategy, with his lawyers digging deep into the accusers' backgrounds to find anything that could discredit them. While this approach might seem strategic, it's risky. If it backfires, it could make him look even more guilty in the eyes of the public. Reports indicate that thousands of people contacted a law firm representing alleged victims, with just over 100 cases moving forward. Diddy's legal team insists on conducting thorough investigations before filing any countersuits, claiming they want to ensure accuracy. So what's next for Diddy? His trial is set for May 2025. If convicted, he could face decades in prison. Even if he avoids a guilty verdict, the damage to his reputation may be irreversible. This case isn't just about legal consequences, it's about his legacy. For a man who built his empire on the idea of being untouchable, Diddy is now facing the possibility of losing everything. The big question remains, is Diddy the mastermind behind these allegations, or is he a scapegoat for forces beyond his control? Could his downfall be a result of his own actions, or is he being unfairly targeted? The truth likely lies somewhere in between. As the trial date approaches, the world will be watching closely. Whether Diddy rises from this scandal or falls for good, one thing is clear: this story is far from over. The saga of Diddy serves as a cautionary tale for anyone who believes they're too powerful to fail. What do you think? Is Diddy the victim of a smear campaign, or is he finally facing the consequences of his actions? Share your thoughts and theories below. Let's keep the conversation going. Stay curious. And until next time, keep watching.